We have one problem here, and in this problem we have a cuboid whose length represented by the letter L is 15 centimeter, breadth represented by the letter B is 30 centimeter, and the height represented by the letter H is equal to 15 centimeter. Now, this is not a very accurate diagram of a cuboid, but for the sake of our discussion, just assume that it's a cuboid. What it's asking is, how many such cuboids are required to make a perfect cube? This is not a cube. Remember, in a cube, all the edges are equal. Length is equal to breadth is equal to height. Okay, here length is equal to height, but breadth is 30 centimeter, twice of length or twice of height. So, how many such cuboids you'll use to make that particular to convert that into a cube? So I'll show you how to do this. So this is 30 centimeter, right? This is 15 and this is 15. Okay. So if I take, let's say that if we take this cuboid and I attach it here. So we used one cuboid, then we used two cuboids till now. Now we have three cuboids, and now we have fourth cuboid. If you attach them like this, you get a cube. How? This breadth is already 30 centimeter, right? As given here. Now what we have done is, this length plus length is now equal to 15 centimeter plus 15 centimeter is equal to 30 centimeter. So length is equal to breadth now. And the same thing with the height. Height is 15 centimeter plus 15 centimeter. It's now 30 centimeter. So if you look this figure as one single unit, then its breadth is 30 centimeter. Though it's not very accurately drawn, but assume it's 30 centimeter. So breadth is 30 centimeter, length is 30 centimeter, and its height is also 30 centimeter. Length is equal to breadth is equal to height. Therefore, it's a perfect cube. Okay. But not always you can use this method to tell the answer, because sometimes it will require some calculations. Maybe the number of cuboids, maybe the count of cuboids required may be around 100, 200. So how to find this? So what's the formula for volume of a cuboid? We know this, that its volume is equal to length times breadth times height. Okay, this much we know. Now tell me, here we have used 4 cuboids to make a perfect cube. So basically what we have done is, now our final volume is 4 times, if the initial volume was, let's say V, if the initial volume was V represented by V, now the final volume is what? 4 times V. It's a final volume, right? Okay. Because of one cuboid, it's V, then final volume is 4 times V. Okay. Now, using this formula, your volume, initial volume is V is equal to 15 centimeter times 30 centimeter times 15 centimeter. It means it's 15 times 30 times 15 centimeter cube. Okay. Now if you want, then you can calculate the product of 15 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 50. Okay. So if you calculate this, we get 6,750. Okay. Now what we have to do is, you have to find out the prime factorization of 6750. Okay, you have to find out the prime factorization of 6750, or you can use this one only. I'll show you that either you find out the prime factorization of 6750, which is a product of this one, or you can do the prime factorization of these numbers only. That both are the same things, right? So it's always better to go with this one. Okay, so here your v now has, if you do the prime factorization, it becomes 3 times 5, that is this 15. Then it becomes, the prime factorization of 30 will be 2, then you get 15. So 3 times 5, and the prime factorization of 15 is again 3 times 5 centimeter cube. I'm again repeating, if you want to use this one to find a prime factorization, go ahead. Otherwise, if you want to this one, you can go ahead with this one also. Both will give you the same result. Okay, now if you're wondering that why we are actually using the prime factorization method, that I'll show you. So now, since here you have 1 2, okay, multiplied by, group together all the 3's, so you have 3 3's, so 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by, you have 3 5's. Okay, so what we have done is, we have done the prime factorization of a volume. Now, if this has to become a cube, a perfect cube, then you know the condition of a cube, that in a cube all the prime factors are actually 3 times, right? We have discussed this one. In a square number, all the prime factors are in pair, that is 2 times only. But if it is a cube, okay, if it is a cube number, then it means that all the numbers, prime factors, have to be 3 times. Okay, here we have 2 only 1 time. So in order to make it 2 times, what we can do, in order to make it 3 times, what we can do, we can multiply this volume, that is this one, 4 times v, because it's equation. So 4 times v means what? It is 2 times 4, can be written as 2 times 2. So we are doing it here, multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 centimeter cube. Let me repeat it again. This is the volume of a cuboid. You have to find the cube. So cube is basically a cube number. In a cube number, all the prime factors have to be 3 times. Okay, 3 is 3 times, 5 is 3 times, but 2 is not 3 times. So in order to make 2 3 times, multiply this with 4. So multiplying it with 4 means that 2 multiplied by 2. Now every prime factor is 3 times. Okay, so basically what you have done, you have increased this volume 4 times, right? And that's what we have done here, 4 times volume, right? It means that this 4 tells you the number of cuboids required to form it a perfect cube. Here we use the diagram, we attach the different blocks of cuboids together, and we found out that the number of cuboids required to make a perfect cube is 4. But as I said, every time it's not possible for you to join the blocks and then tell the answer. In that case, you have to use the method of perfect prime factorization. In prime factorization, each prime factor has to be 3 times. So on the basis of that, if its initial volume, that is v, is this one, then you have to make this 2 3 times. And in order to make 2 3 times, you have to multiply this with 4. That will make it 2 multiplied by 2. It means that you have actually made 4 times volume. You have increased the volume 4 times. So increasing the volume 4 times means that you are using total number of cuboids you are using is actually 4. So that's the answer, right? Now can you solve this one? Same thing. Its length is 5 centimeter, breadth is 2 centimeter, and height is 5 centimeter. So if the cuboid, the initial volume is V, if initial volume is V, and that is length times breadth times height, it means that it is 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 centimeter cubed. So this becomes, now 5 times 2 is 10 times 50. If you want to find out prime factorization of 50, go ahead with this one. Otherwise, you can continue with this only. Both will give the same result. Okay, so this is 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. That is V, centimeter cubed. Okay, now tell me this, if this is the volume of a cuboid, you have to make it a perfect cube. In a perfect cube, that is a cube number, your prime factors have to be 3 times, have to be present 3 times. So here you have 1, 2, you'll have 2 multiplied by, if 2 multiplied by 2, it means that you have used 4 number. Then you again make it this one 3 times, so 5 times 5 times 5, that is you have used now 25, right? It means what? Sorry, you have used it just one time because 2 5s were already there. Okay, it means that you have actually multiplied this volume, initial volume, by 10, because 10 is equal to, sorry, 20, not 10, I'm sorry for the repeated mistakes. It is 20. Why? Because 5 times 4 is 20. When you multiply this number with 4, you get 2 multiplied by 2, and then this 5 for this one. It means that you have actually used, if you multiply both the sides of this arithmetic equation, you get this 2 3 times and this 5 3 times. So basically what you have done, you have increased your volume of the cuboid 20 times in order to make it a perfect cube. It means that you have used 20 cuboids, 20 such cuboids. Here the dimension measurements are different, but assume that you are using 20 cuboids of these, or the measurement having length is equal to 5 centimeter, breadth 2 centimeter, height is equal to 5 centimeter, in order to make it a perfect cube. So in this question, the answer is 20.